Hello Internet, welcome to GameCube. Oh, sorry, wrong video. Here we go. Hello everyone, my name is Rami, and I'm making this video as an assignment for my Game Social and Culture Studies subject. This video is going to be a deconstruction of the game Catherine. Catherine is a puzzle platformer adventure game with a dating sim mechanic, developed by Atlus Persona team, and it's described as an adult-oriented title. Oh, I guess we all can see why it's called that way. Anyhow, I have to warn you that this video may contain spoilers if you haven't played the game. For the first part of the video, I'm gonna be talking about what is Catherine and the controversy in this game and how the audience view this controversy and deal with it. Begin the story of the game with Catherine confronting Vincent, telling him that she wants to tie the knot and get married already. So he feels pressured and he dodges the problem by going to the bar to see his friends and discuss the issue with them, expressing it by saying he wants things to just stay the same. When they leave and he continues drinking, he's approached by Kat, who seduces him with the thought that she's a girl who is just as terrified with commitment as him and wants nothing more than her freedom. He wakes up next to her with no recollection of anything that happened that night. She quickly leaves before he can tell her he's already in a relationship with Catherine, and he spends the rest of his days discussing the affair and how he should handle it with his friends. Every morning, Vincent would wake up next to Kat with no recollection of how they hooked up together, and it gets more complicated by Kat telling him, if you cheat on me, I'm gonna be angry, or I'm gonna kill you, or of course kill myself. So he doesn't know what to do anymore, and as well, Catherine is pressuring him about the marriage thing. At one day, she called him, telling him that she's pregnant and that this is a sign that they should get married already. So as you can see now where this is going, the choices that the player makes throughout the game shall decide how the story will progress and how those two girls would react to him and what kind of ending he shall be getting. Even in the nightmare stages, the player shall be asked philosophical questions about love, relationships, and life in general. Like, is marriage the beginning of life or the end of it? There is also a karma meter where it either moves right towards an angel when you make a good choice, or it either goes to the left towards the devil when you make an evil choice. And this meter shall decide what kind of ending the player gets, either getting settled and married to Catherine, or staying a free guy with Kat. As males, this game is heaven for us. We get to choose between two hot girls. Kat sends us hot pics of herself. She shows her affection to us in a very convincing way, if you know what I mean. But imagine what a female thinks when she sees this game, with all of that nudity, marketing her as a sex symbol, giving the option to a male to choose between two females, manipulating them for his own good. That's exactly the reaction. They wouldn't even want to touch the game. They will look at the contents of this game and they will be like, what the hell is wrong with the developers who did this? They will turn around and run away from it as fast as they could. And this is where the controversy kicks in. This game was called one of the most sexist game of all gaming history. It gathered a lot of haters from feminists to normal girls, and controversies like this are the biggest reason why you don't see much of female gamers or even female game developers. And when I said gamers, I didn't mean these kind of gamers. Those girls don't even know what games are. And I also don't really mean the people that play Candy Crush. They are gamers, yeah, but not much of a gamer. You know what I mean. The way game companies deal with and portray female gaming characters and how they use them as marketing catalysts by solely viewing them and using them as sex objects, from big-breasted female characters with revealing clothes to mindless and helpless characters who cannot handle anything by themselves, needing protection or guidance the whole time, but they have a pretty face or a hot body or a cute personality. Catherine is viewed even as an interactive hentai than it is viewed as a game. No matter how good the game mechanics or story is, as long as female characters are handled this way, these are gonna be the reactions toward these games. Females shall feel that they are excluded out of this boys-only club, and that these games are sexist. Females shall continue to look down on games and gamers, and they won't have any interest in any of those games. For part 2 of the video, I'm going to be talking about my design philosophy and how at the same time it would make the game more controversy resistant. My design philosophy is, know oneself, rule your world. The best way to describe my philosophy is that if I can know my strength, my weaknesses, what I specialize in, my limits, my capabilities, and etc., I can rule or govern myself by knowing what to do to motivate myself and know how to approach a certain situation, as I know that's the most efficient way for me to do it, and most satisfying at the same time. And I will also know how to deal with a lot and different kinds of people. Therefore, you know how to deal with nearly everything you're facing in your daily life. But to achieve such a thing ain't an easy task by any means, as in order to do that, one has to live his life analyzing his action, feelings, and thoughts in different situations. And to do that, a person has to go out, socialize with a lot of people, experience a lot of different stuff, which is pretty hard task and takes a lot of time. And at the same time, no person could just sit around and try to figure out himself and his weaknesses or his strengths without living any experiences and without any data to analyze. That's why people love and tend to take a lot of personality tests or try to read about their zodiac sign, because they love to know more about themselves. They love to explore themselves. They love to know that they're special in some way, and they love to brag about it to other people. So I thought to myself, as games are an interactive media, I should make my games a self-exploring, entertaining, and fun journey at the same time. Based on the decisions that the players take and the paths they follow, the game can indirectly give the feedback about what kind of person they are, and from how the other characters react and what they say to them, to the endings that each player shall receive based on his action or choices throughout the whole game. Now I'm going to make the game more controversy resistant and at the same time implement my game design philosophy. Instead of using nudity and that dirty and playful free attitude that Kat had, and compare her to Catherine, who is dominant, goal-oriented, and cares the most about the job, that gives the player the message that men are not after commitment and they're only after the type of girls like Kat. And the type of girls like Kat don't really exist in real life, okay? So now I'm gonna make something more realistic and at the same time more controversy resistant or less prone to misinterpretation, but at the same time keep the core mechanics of the game and the same experience and give the same message that the game captain tried to give, but in a way that none of the genders would feel it's a sexist. So now, for example, the game I want to make will give the player the chance to either pick a male character or a female character. The start of the game will be very close to Catherine because I want the game to have the same experience and same mechanics and same core message. So when you pick, for example, the male character, you will have 4 female candidates that you'll meet in the game, and you will be deciding from which to marry at the end of the game. There's no cheating. The whole core message of the game that you're choosing which girl is the most suitable for you through their personalities, through their interests, and through many other stuff. And the same goes for the females, so they won't feel the game is sexist. Females can play as the female lead character and they meet 4 male candidates, and the same goes on. It all depends here on real personalities, and the base of this personality will be based on something that has a real life existence, which is the MBTI personality type indicator, and all psychologists give people personality tests based on that to know what kind of person they are. So the results or the outcome of this game that the player will make through the choices are gonna be legit. So the game acts like an introspection medium, because the player will find out what he really cares for and what his personality like and what he's looking for in the other partner that he wants to really marry at the end of the game. And this is all based through the choices and all the paths we're gonna take throughout the game. And this concludes to the end of my video. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe.